Hi, Patty. I hope you're well. I wanted to send you this brief PowerPoint just to go over things. I know we are Zooming at 1 or 2. Um, I have it in my calendar, so no worries on that. But hey, Patty, I hope you're well. Congratulations on your new home. It is going to be so amazing, and I'm so happy for you. I wanted to send you this PowerPoint. I know we're Zooming at 2, but just so that you could have this to refer to when you order and when we start to figure everything out. So would love to get going on a lot of this. Here is the order tracking so far. We haven't ordered anything, but have several prices for you so we can go over that. But this will be good for you for Serena and Lily. There's 2 pages of it here. And this one right here, you can't click on to the actual item, but the one that Kylie sent you, you can. And I'll resend that for you. So any questions or whatever, just give me a buzz on that. Lots of Serena and Lily items, and we can go over that together. So I'm going to just go over all of these plans and just give you kind of a sense of everything again. The foyer, we're doing the walls in this, and the ceiling in the Parma Grave by Farrow and Ball in the a gloss finish, not this high of a finish, but a semi-gloss, so it's kind of reflective. And we'll do the whole space in that, which I think will be really, really beautiful. We talked about switching out the 2 flush mounts here to one, which can definitely be done. I talked to my electrician, and he's going to come up with the price for everything. But this is a much less expensive option if we were to leave the 2 flush mount outlets and replace them with something like, if you can just kind of get a sense of if this were 2 lights instead of 3. I think that could be really beautiful. These were the other lights that I had mentioned to you. We could do 2 of those. Really anything would work. Either it's a flush mount, a semi-flush mount, or a pendant. I think would be really, really great. Another thought for that space was the console. I'm not sure if you ordered this particular console yet. A couple of things. I think it's pretty. When I looked at the dimensions, the depth of it is about 18 inches. And before you order that, I want you to look to see if that feels too wide or too much depth in the foyer. The ones that we've looked at in the past were smaller depths. So like this one right here, if we went with a 60, this is only 14 inches deep. That's from Restoration Hardware. This one right here is from Uttermost, and this one also has, I believe it's 14 inches deep. It could even be 12 if it's something that you're interested. The price on this is very reasonable. This one right here from RH, the depth is 10 inches deep. So let's figure out which one you like, and then also let's figure out what makes the most sense in terms of the depth in that space. You may have already ordered it, but we talked a little bit when we met a couple weeks ago about checking, like kind of templating it. So let me know your thoughts. This is another really pretty one, and the depth is very small. And the price on this is kind of comparable to the price of the one that you liked. This is a really beautiful one from RH. It's got like a glass top that's not really straight. It's super, super beautiful, and it's in this aged brass. So any of these would work. This is also, you had mentioned wood. This is the same family as your dresser and nightstands, and it comes with or without this kind of marble top. This depth is also 14 inches deep, so that could be great. So the retreat room, we're going to do the wallpaper on that one wall, on this wall here, And then the rest of the room is going to be the same color as the ceiling of the foyer, the Parma gray. And I think that would be super, super, super beautiful. I love that idea, like all the walls being this Parma gray. I think that could just be just an amazing, amazing look. So you had mentioned wanting to do in the retreat room either this type of chaise like this, or even like this type. And I don't mean necessarily this from Serena and Lily. I just mean the configuration. So let's confirm that we had put in a bunch of different options. We put in this from Interior Define. We can also, they do custom sizes, so we could also do this whole size here and then come out to here with the chaise, which could be super pretty. I kind of love the look of this. It's very kind of retreaty to me. Also very reasonably priced. This is one from Interior Define, and they will also let us do kind of our own sizes. I don't love this style as much. I'm not sure how you feel about it, but I do love the fabric that you had from them. It's kind of a linen, but it's performance. So let's look at all of these today when we Zoom and get a sense of what makes the most sense for that space. Like this just is so pretty. And for that space, we would do long here and then chaise here, which I feel like wouldn't cut off the room. For the lights for that room, for the sconces on that back wall with the weeping pine wallpaper, I was thinking, could we do two of these? So this is the Vendome, and could we do one on each side of that wall? These are also really pretty. We would get them without this. They would be hardwired. So these are really beautiful and reasonable. All of these are actually pretty reasonable. This is this light here, and I just wanted to show you it from a bunch of different angles. And this is the light how we would do it in your room on that wall, just like that. I think that it's so pretty. We could also do it the way we had mentioned, like on the left and the right side of the wall, like this. But I think we decided that wasn't great. These are great. I love these. They're a little bit more expensive. They have an articulating arm, so this arm can kind of go in or out. The same as this, but this is super, super reasonable, super pretty. We would, again, have it hardwired, so we wouldn't have this rod here. Very, very reasonable. This I love as well. Very reasonable. Again, we would have it hardwired. And then for the console or cabinet in there, I kind of love this. This one right here. This is a raffia. This is from RH Teen. And this is a raffia kind of a media console that gives you some really great storage. I love the depth. It's not deep. It's about 15 inches deep and it's about 25 inches high. So we're not going to come over the... So anyway, I kind of love this. I think, with the drapery panels, which we need to pick out the fabric for, with the shutters, I think it's a beautiful contrast. I think it's really reasonable. I think it would be really beautiful. I have some other ones that are a little bit longer, but I don't like them as much. These are a lot of, they're very, very differing in size and price. This one right here is from CB2 and it's pretty reasonable. All of these I think could work, but I really like the one at the top. I think this would be absolutely beautiful. And I think it would go great with the floors. I think it would go beautifully with the walls. So let's talk about that. So that's pretty much it for the retreat room for now. We need to pick out some small tables for in front of the sofa once we pick out the sofa. And we need to pick out fabric for the drapery panels. So then for the mudroom, I had mentioned how much I love this kind of bench and the shelf. And then I wanted to just kind of show you a couple of other options. I think this is super, super pretty, this kind of built-in bench seat. We could do a cushion on it. This would all be wallpaper. And then not this type of shelf, but something that works with this, I think would be great. I also love this idea of almost like a floating bench. We would do it in white wood painted, and we would ask Damien from Unique Stairways to price that out for us. So that's another thought. So for the mudroom, we talked about a bunch of the different wallpapers. Love this wallpaper, reminds me a lot of paint. I told you that I would look for some spaces that had it. This is it right over here. I think it's really bright and pretty. I'm not sure how you feel about it. This is the claret, the claret key Celine that you like, that we have a sample of that in the mudroom. It's pretty. I'm just wondering if you you think it might be a little bit too busy. This is it again. I think it's very pretty, but it would be too busy for me. But that's just me. So no right or wrong. This is also really beautiful. This is the Aramita blue wallpaper. It's the faux grass cloth. I think it's super pretty. I think it goes with the, it's a contrast against this. But I think it's pretty. I think I do love this one the best. Like I said, I feel like it almost looks like it's painted stripes. So for your kitchen, we decided on the Lion extendable table from Pottery Barn in the Seadrift. And we're going to do 2 of these chairs from Studio McGee. The seat covers or options are just a kind of a white, it's a performance fabric, or this is right here. It's called the Oxford stripe, and it's a very, very subtle tan stripe. It's perennials, which is stain resistant and fade resistant. And I think that could be really pretty. We have 4 of these chairs that go here, and then we have 4 of the counter stools. These are the lights that we decided on. My thoughts are for right now to order one of these. I would love to get one, hold it up to where the receptacles are in the ceiling, and just make sure we like the size and the spacing. Let me know if you're okay with doing that, and I will order one. This is the light from Serena and Lily that we love. I think this whole space is just going to come to life. We're going to pick a rug for under this table once we kind of figure out everything else. So here are the lights right here. This is the Madeira linear pendant. And again, when you go on to the Google Docs sheet over here, you can see here all of the things that Serena and Lily, there's some on both pages. So when you order, you'll have that as a guide. I think you said you might even go in, which makes a ton of sense, especially with the dimensions of the Barton sofa. I think that would be a really, really smart idea. So then as we move on between the kitchen dining area, we are going to move into the family room area, which is just so absolutely beautiful. We have pricing for these for the fireplace from Unique. I think this is going to be amazing. We got back to you. This is incorrect here, and Christina said it was 65, not 75. I'm sorry for that. But we will confirm that with you on Monday, just to make sure. We're going to do the same paneling that's on the back of this bookcase here, and this will be painted the same color, white, which I think will be beautiful. And this right here is the same as this, or very similar. We took measurements, we took videos, we sent it to the carpenter, and so that's what we came up with. So this right here, we had given Damien this image right here for the cabinet in the family room. And this was what he got back to me on when we sent him this. So this was about 2 feet taller than what we had figured initially. So he said, I really, really want you to do this. I think it's so amazing. We have no markup. We have nothing on this. And he said that, I said to him, I know we thought, we didn't tell you that this was going to be so much taller, the 12 feet here. So I said to him, can you please just give it to us at the best possible price. So he said normally this would be 42,000 to make, and he said that he would do it for 35.5. The fireplace would remain the same at 12.7. So that would be for those two. I think it's incredibly important, and I think will make a huge difference in your home. So here's the sofa that we decided on. We decided on the Serena and Lily Barton track arm, and we have it in the sand fabric, the perennial sand, and we have it right over here. Hold on one second. Right here, the Serena and Lily Barton. Let me just see where it is. Right here. So the finish is driftwood on oak, and we have it as the sand fabric, which is somewhere here, and I will send that to you. I'll take a screenshot of the fabric. It's a beautiful fabric that we all decided on. We felt that it worked really well with the rug. It felt like it worked really well with so many different things. And this right here is the oak that we talked about down here. And this is the configuration that you liked right here. So this is 107 here, and it's 87 deep, 35 high. And then here we have the bookcase here. There's plenty of room to walk through here. This is an 11 by 14 rug here. This just shows you the dimensions here. So you have all of this to go by when you look at when you go to Serena and Lily to place this order. I think that's really helpful. So here's the Beckett chair, and I have a bunch of samples that we got for the chair. Some of them are more of the blue, some of the blue and white stripe. And I love the idea of doing that, which I think will be beautiful. So I will send those over to you separately. Here's the rug right here, and we put into here the 11 by 14 rug for this, which I think is a really great size. And then we can kind of figure out what we're going to do over here. You could also extend this so that it's all one, but I think that it would be nicer to just do a smaller size rug over there. Let me know your thoughts on that. So then for the coffee table, my thoughts are, if we have, this beautiful bookcase back here, and then we have the table, which is wood. We have the legs on the sofa, which is wood. We have the Beckett chair, which is wood and upholstery. My thoughts is to do something that's contrasting here, not the wood, the color of the floors, even though we're going to be sitting on the rug. I kind of love the idea of bringing in either the black, which I think would be beautiful. We figured around 42 to 48 for the coffee table. I love this one. It picks up on both the black accents as well as the brass. This is 44 inches wide. Whatever we do, we will put it into plan to show you before you order it, or we order it. I really love this. I've actually used it before. Super, super beautiful. This is from RH. It's pretty reasonable. It is in a bunch of different options. It's 48 in diameter. It's got glass on the top. This is kind of like a black hammered base, which I think is really, really nice. This one right here is from Crate and Barrel. I don't know if you're going to love it. Again, it's the correct size. It's actually 50 inches, which I think could work, but it's kind of like a bronze aluminum. It's an indoor-outdoor, so it may not be what you want. Now this one here is from Serena and Lily, and I like it because it does kind of pick up on the wood. However, it's kind of like a rattan, and then it has a glass top. So that would also work. Love this. I know this isn't round, but love this table from Serena and Lily. It's off-white. It's called Chalk. That could work as well. This is another table from RH that kind of is similar to the dresser and nightstands in your bedroom. This is another table from RH. Super, super beautiful, 48 inch in diameter, has a gorgeous feel. So there's a lot here for coffee tables, but just get a sense of what you don't like and what you do like. This is the table that we thought would work behind the sofa. So this is either available in 62 or 80. So what I'd like to talk to you about is I ordered a sample of that, of the wood, and it's taken a while. I haven't gotten it yet. But I'm wondering if when we do this, so this is 84 here, so we could do the 80 here for sure. This is 80. Let me just pull that back up. So this is 80 inches long, which would work, and I'll get the dimensions of the other part and show you. I'm just wondering if we would want to have this painted. It looks almost like a pickled or something like that. It's called a winter wood finish. So let's talk about that. This is what we selected for your bedroom. Love that. I'm going to send you some semi-flush and some flush mount lights for the bedroom, for the ceiling, because we think that that would work really, really well. So then for the loft here, we put in a bunch of different options, and I can't remember which one you liked. Love this kind of white, shiny kind of look that just kind of will make that space feel like it comes to life. These were a bunch of different sofas that could work. I had Christina put a bunch of different sizes in. This was original and with your chairs. So she put this in here. So this is like an 8-foot sofa, which is a nice size. And then your 2 chairs over here. This is kind of like a dresser for storage or a cabinet for storage. And this is a hutch, kind of like the model unit. This one right here, basically the same thing. This is just a 96. So again, an 8-foot-ish sofa here. This is the Florence sofa, which we can get in a bunch of different sizes. I kind of like the idea of doing something longer here, maybe a chaise, and then using one of your chairs here or using both of your chairs over here around the table. Let me know what you think about that. So this is what I mean as like a dresser underneath over here where we have, it would be here and then the TV would be above it. We could have it wired or you could just have the TV sitting there. So then let me just go down to here. This is the one that I really like. I know that your chairs aren't in there, but could they be here or could we just do one of those chairs here and have another one of those chairs somewhere else? I really love this look here. I think it would be fun for the kids and then like one coffee table there. So let me know your thoughts on that. And then for the bathrooms, we decided to do two lights in your bathroom with the hex tile on that back wall. I'm still waiting for a price on that, and doing 2 lights above the mirror. So these are just the different offerings, all really, really reasonable. For Elena's bathroom, we're not going to do one in Dennis's because he has the lights right over. Like this would be beautiful in your bathroom. This could work really well in Elena's bathroom, and it's really simple and really reasonable because there isn't as much space between the mirror and the ceiling. So you let me know. I love these for your bathroom. I think they're really beautiful. I love these too. They're more expensive, and I think like maybe we just go with that, which is, you know, a lot less expensive. So let me know what you think on that. And then let's talk a little bit more about window treatments and everything else. There's so much more to discuss and to get going on. So I will get back to you with the fabric for the sofa, the Barton sofa. I'll send you a screenshot of that. I also have some options that are reasonable for drapery fabric for the retreat room and for fabric for the family room and fabric for your bedroom. And then I have the pricing from the window treatment people for all of the window treatments minus the fabric. So let's talk all about that when you have a chance, and really excited about this, Patty.